Hi ladies, welcome to my channel. Today let's analyze the Proverbs 31 woman who is often referred to as being the ideal woman. Let's look into who she is and what we can do to become like her. The most important characteristic of a virtuous woman is that she fears the Lord. Proverbs 31:10 says, "A wife of noble character who can find, she is worth far more than rubies." Her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. And as we read through these verses, we can also see that she gets up while it is still night. She provides food for her family and portions for her female servants. When it snows, she has no fear for her household, for all of them are clothed in scarlet. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. She speaks with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue. She watches over the affairs of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children arise and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praises her. Wow, doesn't she sound like a perfect woman? The woman with whom God would be very pleased. She's the kind of woman that makes me go, wow, I really want to be like her. I'm sure most Christian women would say that. What can I do to become like her? How can we reflect the characteristics that are mentioned in Proverbs 31st chapter in our day-to-day life? I've figured out 5 ways that help us become that woman. The first one is planning and preparation. Planning is really important to do any task in a well managed and efficient way. We can clearly see that the woman mentioned in Proverbs 31st chapter is well prepared. She is diligent in taking care of her family's needs. She wakes up early and provides for her family. She makes sure the food is on the table and then she sets on. To face a new day with a better and clear mind, we need to make necessary preparations the night before, be it preparing food for next day's lunch or taking yours and your children's outfits out, loading the dishwasher, wiping down the counters, or vacuuming. It helps you be prepared to have a pleasant start to your day. Writing down two to do lists is helpful. One is for work and the other is your personal to do list. And then schedule your day by time blocking. By writing them down, we bring those things to the front of our mind free from all the clutter. It also spares us the anxiety that comes from not having a clear picture of our day's tasks. Preparation helps us to be ready for what's ahead of us. Procrastination is not pleasing to God. God's word in Proverbs 13:4 says, "Lazy people want much but get little, but those who work hard will prosper." It takes great self discipline, and I'm ready for it. The second one is waking up at dawn. Waking up at dawn gives us enough time to spend with the Lord in prayer and reading His Word, which is very essential for every Christian and more so for a Christian mom to be spiritually and mentally equipped to live her day diligently, and especially in dealing with her children and shielding them and the whole family through prayer. Also, waking up before the children helps us to start our day quietly and sets a peaceful tone to the day, which is much needed. The third way is being diligent with your work. Whether you are a homemaker or a working mom, whatever work you have at hand, do it diligently. With the opportunities and resources you have, work diligently, holding yourself accountable to the Lord. Think like at the end of the day, you have to give a report to your day to God because one day we have to do it anyway. Being accountable to someone helps me feel responsible, and that really helps. If you have someone who can hold you accountable, that is great too. Let us be good and faithful stewards to our God with the opportunity He has blessed us with. Number 4 is set your priorities right. When you set your priorities right in the right order, it will help you in making right decisions at different points in your day. For example, when you have something you want to do and something you need to do, make your decision based on your priorities. Let's say you're done with your workday. Instead of going on social media or picking up some other work, let's make a conscious decision to spend more time with our children because they are of higher priority for us. If you have an obligation to work on something, say you have a side hustle, try working on it when your child is taking a nap or when she is playing with someone. It may not be possible every time, But the key is to diligently work on keeping our priorities as much as possible. I believe that when you have set your priorities according to what's right in God's sight and intentionally try to live your life accordingly, God will bless your efforts and make you fruitful in every way. In Proverbs 31, we see that the woman has her priorities right. She wakes up early and takes care of her family's needs, and also she's a businesswoman. She puts every effort to make it a success. She does a lot of things. If she did not set her priorities right, she wouldn't be able to manage everything well. It's written that her children call her blessed and her husband praises her. He trusts her. That's a great testimony of her life. And the fifth one is do not waste your time. Regarding the Proverbs 31 woman, it is clearly said that she does not eat the bread of idleness. Every day we spend a lot of time consuming content on social media, and most of the time it's just mindless scrolling, which eats up a whole chunk of our time. Instead, when you have some free time, utilize it by doing something that builds you up and not something that is just a waste of time. Okay, till now we have seen what we should do to be a virtuous woman. Let's also look at how to put them into practice. Personally, for me, I am most likely to achieve something if I am doing it in the form of a challenge. So let's take this up as a challenge. There are four things in this challenge towards becoming a virtuous woman. Prepare a night routine and a morning routine. These are essential for a new day to be very pleasant and calm. Write down the things that you need to do before you end the day so that you can have a beautiful start to a new day. Because starting your day a certain way sets the tone for the day. Let's do this. Sit for a bit with your notebook or iPad and write down what you need your night routine to look like so that you can have a peaceful start to your day. Planning breakfast, loading the dishwasher, cleaning the surroundings, feeding my baby, having family prayer together. I love waking up early, but as I'm a new mom and with feedings during the night, it's been really hard to wake up early and I want to work on it. Sleeping early can help you to wake up early and be prepared for the day before you have to start any work. I'm currently on my maternity leave, but I'm going to report back to work in like 2 weeks. So I really need to work on my schedule. So I want my mornings to include waking up at 6 a.m., spend time alone with God in prayer and studying His Word. This is a non negotiable for me as there is no way I can be prepared to face the day if I don't spend time with God in prayer. And His Word directs me and leads me through the day. So, yeah, this is a must. Get ready for the day, feed the baby and pump, work on my creative passion project, enjoy my breakfast in peace. If I do these things before I start my work at 8 a.m., I feel like it would help me start on a really positive and achieving mindset. Because the sense of achievement I would get from doing them would make me feel really good. Second one is wake up at. You can write down what time works for you so that you can start your day in peace and quiet, doing the things that prepare you for the day and also helps you feel the best. One tip I want to give here is create a vision board of how you want your nights to look like and how you want your mornings to look like. It helps a ton to have a visual. There's something about having visuals, it motivates and inspires you. The third one in this challenge is limit social media to fill in the blank hours. This is a really huge thing. Setting a time limit and sticking to it really helps us spend our time on the more important things of our life, like spending more time with children and family, or exercise, or cultivate any good hobby. Because it's important to do things that build you up, things that are of value, things that make you feel satisfied at the end of the day. Just think about the happy feeling, the feeling of satisfaction you get at the end of the day, knowing that you have done what you really needed to, at least for the most part, and let that help you keep up. The fourth and the final one is rate your work. For working moms on a work day, at the end of every work day, give a rating to how committed or diligent you were at your job. Check if you have put in the right efforts and not wasted your time on unnecessary things. Going on your phone or doing something as a quick distraction is okay sometimes, but do it by setting a timer for like 5 or 10 minutes during your work time and maybe 20 minutes or so when it's your lunch time. It's about being true to your work and doing it as if you're working for the Lord who has given you the job and not for man. For stay at home moms, rate yourself according to how you have spent your time with respect to your life's priorities. Take breaks in between, but remember to set a timer when you do it. This rating helps you to keep check on how you're spending your day and see if there's anything you can do to make it better the next day. Remember that these are the things that should be done first prayerfully and then intentionally. It's okay if you miss doing some at times, but the intention is to intentionally try to become a better person who is honoring God and living a life that is pleasing to Him, and that gives you the ultimate satisfaction at the end of the day. Write down what things you want to do, what things you want to get rid of or change. It could be certain habits or attitudes or whatever that is. Submit it all to God in prayer and ask Him for His help, and He will help you. I'm saying this loud and with great confidence because I've experienced Him doing it in my life. So I know He will do it for you as well. Moms, you don't have to sort everything out by yourself. You don't have to bear the burden of not being enough or not doing enough for your children and family. Take it all to God, ask for His help every day, and oh, how He helps you. Let's encourage and build each other up as Christian moms living for Christ to bear much fruit, all for His glory.